Hello, hello, good morning. We're live on Facebook from my phone. Hello to everybody who is tuning in to this transmission. I am here live on Zoom with Laurencio and Heather. And hello, hello, good morning. We're live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube. However, I have to turn that screen off just because it's going to double the sound. Okay, so let's record. And welcome to this beautiful morning here in Florida. It is Wednesday, November 20th, and it's been a very full of amazing events week, this past week, from last Wednesday to now. I'm here this morning with my friends Heather and Laurencio. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here. We're also live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. These transmissions are happening every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Florida time or 5 p.m. Romanian time for those of you who want to tune in. But you can also find the recordings, and the energy of these transmissions the energy is going to be captured, and it's going to stay the same throughout the recording as well. So you can watch it and rewatch it every time you want. Today's transmission feels very intimate to me, feels very homey. I don't know how to say. Today's transmission, it's kind of coming in the path of a subject that's been pushed in many directions, from many directions toward me lately, especially in this last week, and that is the subject of identity. So I will channel the Archangels of Light from Sirius. They are the ones that will be the they are my initial connection, and then from there we'll see if anybody else joins us. However, this transmission, it's transmitted, it's offered especially for those of you who resonate with it. In other words, this is not for everybody, and I totally understand that. So I don't have any expectation of a number of people that should join this or watch this. What is very, very important is that you, the ones that are watching and listening, the ones that you resonate with this, please tune into these frequencies. Please tune into the message. Allow it, make space for it within yourself. That is what it's been shown to me. And so with that being said, do you want to add anything about identity, either one of you? I don't hear you. I didn't.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay, then. Let's see what they have to say about this. Hello, Ellen. Okay, I will invite you to please find a comfortable position, a comfortable spot in your houses or wherever you are. And I'll invite you to take a deep breath in. Breathe out. They're showing me that it is important to have your spine straight during this transmission, so you can embody the energy that is being transmitted here. They're also mentioning that this message goes beyond what it's said in the physical words. And it is very important for us to tune in to this vibration. And At this point, we are invited to turn our attention towards our heart area, our chest, and see how in this space, a gateway, it's opening. It is a portal of light. This is the gateway toward soul, towards your true self. We are here today with you in this transmission, greeting you. We are archangels from the 7th dimension, and we are very pleased to be here with you today. Our origin is from what you call Sirius, and we are one of the gateways for different densities in this universe. We are the guides of this vessel, and we love to be here with you all. We love to guide, we love to watch your progress. We invite you at this time to take another deep breath in. Exhale deeply, relaxing into your bodies and making space. We are transmitting from a higher frequency than what you are experiencing on Earth. And therefore, it is necessary to attune to our frequency. We are in service of light. We are servants of the absolute truth. Not the truth that each human mind allows and recognizes, but the truth that is available at a large scale, at a universal scale, throughout this universe and others. Today, we will focus on telling you who you are. We know that this transmission, with your words, it's going to resonate with some of you. And we also know that there are going to be many of you who are drawn toward this transmission, however, will stop it very soon. Not everybody at this time is called in the same direction. Therefore, it is important to look around and to find within yourselves the love and understanding for one another. Those of you who are, let's say, pulled towards the left, are called to find understanding and love within yourselves towards the others that may be pulled in another direction. This is a message as a call to action based on this compassion, love, and understanding. And you may ask these days, many of you, who am I? Why am I here? You may ask at this time numerous questions like these ones. And we are here to offer guidance The true answers lie within your own true selves. We are not here to give you the answers on a silver platter. We are here to provide through these vibrations the guidance necessary for you to uncover the answers within yourselves. The question, who am I? It's not a question to be addressed outside. However, it is a question to be addressed through practices such as meditation toward the inside. We offered this vessel an image a while back, showing the 4 levels, layers, bodies that each and every one of you has. We will offer this description to you now to understand better. However, there is no understanding that it's necessary really at the mind level, as by tuning into this transmission, you are offered at this time the vision, the image that we've offered her. You know everything we're going to say. And for those of you who are called to now visualize and remember everything about your true self, this message is for you. Imagine that you are very similar to a diver who is preparing itself for a while to dive into the depth of the oceans. You must prepare to resist to the physical density of the waters of your oceans. You must have the right equipment. You must have the right mindset. Just like this, you souls are preparing to come to Earth. That's how it happened. You will have a period of preparation, a period in which you allow yourselves as non-physical entities to embody dense, third-dimensional physical bodies. You prepare for it. Nobody is pushing you to do so. This is your choice and will always remain it. It will always remain a matter of free will. You have free will at all levels of your existence. You have free will in your physical bodies. You have free will in your emotional bodies, even though you don't seem to believe so. You can choose what you like to feel. You have free will at your mind level. However, we are very aware that for many generations, your free will was covered with an illusion. However, tune in now into the true vibration of what you are. You are non-physical, light beings. You came here on earth preparing like a diver to embody denser bodies on a denser reality. Many of you come from different realms. Many of you who are listening to this are prime creators. You are having experiences, presences at many levels, not only in this universe, but in the entire multiverse. We are such a presence of this vessel at a different level. There are others as well. Each and every one of you has these presences as well. We are here to share with you that you've prepared, knowing very well, choosing the outlines of the scenarios you were going to experience in this density. You came here as souls, living in physicality. You came here as love, expressed in different forms. And yes, the experience itself was created in a way that while coming here, you forget. You go through layers, veils of amnesia. And the purpose of the entire experience ultimately was to remember that which you are. Things have changed. You will all now remember, maybe not in this particular moment of your time, however, very soon. Within the next few years of your human lives, all of you tuning in to this frequency, not those who are judging this message or this vessel, but those of you that have truly opened your hearts, those of you that are truly tuning in, you will all remember, because that's how it was meant to happen. You are non-physical, vibrational beings from way above the reality you call Earth. You came here because you love Earth. You came here because Earth needed you. This is a path that many of you have chosen in service of this planet, in service of light, reawakening once again to the love that you are. You are pure non-physical energy, dear ones. You are pure expressions of source, of the divine. We are now inviting you to identify these small sparks of source within yourselves. This is nothing new. Jesus came thousands of years ago on your planet to tell you this. And many of you have taken his words and his lessons, switched them, put him on a pedestal, and created a whole following based on that. Others have come as well with the same messages in different variations of words or actions. You have done similar things to them as well. No more of that. No more illusion. Everything is clearing up now. And therefore, you are meant to all remember. The non-physicality of your experience. It's what makes you the creators that you are. You can create in physicality every little thing you set your intention upon. How do I get there? Each of you may ask. By first believing it. Faith. Faith. Not the blind faith, but the absolute faith. Not in a power outside yourselves, but in your non-physical self. You are non-physical. Do not believe continuously that you are the bodies, as you are no such thing. Do not believe anymore that you are the minds, as you're not such thing. You have chosen the body, the mind, the scenarios, just as a diver is choosing its wetsuit, its equipment, and the place where it wants to explore the ocean, knowing that the pressure of the water is going to weigh heavy on its entire self, physical self, once it gets deep into the ocean. The diver, it's assuming that risk, you may call it. It knows the environment of the ocean. And so did you when you chose your physical bodies with its biological traits, with the bloodlines in which you chose to come, with the mind you created as a powerful tool in this experience, and with the access to the entire range of emotions which are specific for humanity. You even chose your personality traits. You chose all of this. Together with the divine creator, you have created these realities. You have created. Who is you? You, it's non-physical. You are creator. You are here to embody this identity once again. We will continue to transmit this message. We will continue to tell you that you are creators. We will from now on continue to do so until each and every one of you will fully embrace, will fully embody these identities, the true, the real selves. Until each and every one of you will leave behind the old You believed you are human only. You believed you are physical bodies and physical minds. You identified with your human emotions. And while this will remain available to you, we are now calling you to fully identify with the non-physical you. You are souls having a human experience, just as the human diver chooses to have an ocean experience. However, it will always stay connected to the boat. So are you. You have always been connected through your true self. That is your power. That is where vital energy comes from. That is the life source that you are. The same life source that exists in every realm of your universe. We are now talking as the collective, beyond the 7th dimension. We are now talking as collective from a higher realm. You are creators. You are part of us, and we are part of you. Allow the energy of Prime Creator to run freely through you. All you have to do, dear one, is to make space. How do you do that? You observe yourself. You observe the human part of you, detaching yourself from it. Just like a spectator watching a theater show. You are not it. Each level of your human self is just a choice you made. Just a trait. Just a character. It is not you. You are. That which chose the character. That which chose the scenario. You are now called to identify with the chooser, with the creator, not with the choice, not with the creation only. Take another deep breath in and exhale deeply. Through deep breathing, you make space. Through stillness and quietude, you make space. You allow now different levels of vibrations, different rays of light to penetrate your physical, your emotional, your mental bodies. Allow the true leader, you, to take its rightful place. We will offer now a light language transmission, which is meant to facilitate this clearing, facilitate making space, facilitate the change of identity from physical, emotional, and mental into non-physical, eternal, infinite knowledge, infinite light, infinite truth, infinite love, which you are. Take another deep breath and exhale and receive this transmission. The energy of the light language we offer will linger through your physical bodies and will keep working on clearing up, making the space for you to become more and more aware of your true self. We are here supporting this transition for all of you meant to go through it. We are also inviting you to be aware of the fact again that not every soul incarnated at this point on earth that you are still interacting with, it's meant to go in the same direction as you. Find within yourself the understanding, the love, and the compassion for those of you who are choosing a different path. It is okay. It is every one of you's choice. However, this message, it is for you who are meant to now fully embody the non-physical. And remember, you will continue to have a physical experience on earth. However, your experience will be different from what it was until now. New gateways have been opened in this past week of your time. New portals. New awareness flows in as we speak. More light, more joy, more love. We thank you for this embodiment. We thank you for your openness to receive. We are here with you always in love, light, and truth. How are you?
Good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. It's a softer energy than what I felt last time. More
The
calm.
first one was more intense than the second when it switched. The second one was definitely more calm.
Yeah. I felt them both very calm. How are you? How are you feeling? Are you good?
Good.
Yeah, I was at least to me, this time I can remember, like, because I'm writing this course on soul consciousness. Everything they said, they've already told me. So to me, it wasn't at the words level. It wasn't anything new to my knowledge. However, there was a little more cleaning. It's like they kind of swiped a little bit with a feather duster. Oh, let's work a little bit more on you. Yeah. Laurencio, what do you think? Did you receive anything different this time?
Yeah, it was about the call of oneness, and this call is made by the energy of goodness and the energy of compassion. So we can call the other beings, the other souls, or we can be called, but all in the energy of oneness.
Yeah. They are saying, and I feel that I need to specify this or to ask you to define the energy of oneness, because there are different layers. And so at the identity of the human self, like I am human, I am physical body. And so if we think from this perspective about oneness, it's a different view, a different understanding that we have of oneness, versus when we understand oneness from a higher perspective, like the non-physical that they are telling us we are. How would you describe this difference in understanding oneness and identifying with it between the two levels?
In the human body level, we are like a cell, and the cell cannot see the whole body, but the cell have the connection, the divine connection, and the cell is connected to every cell in our body. So this is the oneness, and through um, um, to true belief, she knows the cell, she knows she is a part of the whole, and she serves the whole. So in our human experience, we have to have faith and we have to believe, because we don't see the picture bird's eye view. We see it from street level, That's all.
Yeah. Many people come together, like if we look at the human history, yes, like our modern history, the humans come together in unity, or I'm not even sure if that's the real unity, but we've always come together after something negative has happened to us, right? Like we come together and we find this string of faith within ourselves at the human level only after we are exposed to the contrast, only after a war, or only after cataclysm or pandemic or something like that. And what I feel that we are called to do now is to reach this level of unity through love and compassion for one another and for ourselves, without the need of going through the realms of separation first so we can come together. That's how I perceive it. I perceive that it is a call for us to identify with the unity that we all are, the law of oneness, beyond the need of exposure to this kind of contrast that always, well, not always, but it's been in our human history in the last thousands of years. In other words, to base the unity, they're saying, like what I'm saying is the words, not on fear, to base the unity on love, compassion, but not to choose the point of fear as the point of source of unity, of desire for, like, not to come together as we did before, based on fear, based on desperation, based on lack, based on, you know, pain and suffering, but now to do it from a different level. What do you think about that?
It's all about believe to see it, believe to create it, not see to believe it. Because if you see it and you emanate the faith through the energy of fear, like a war, like I don't know, a disaster, from which energy you connect, you know, with the higher realms. So in time of peace, yes, because now I think we are in time of peace. We are not in time of war. Like it was before in history. In time of peace, we could believe to see it. We can create because we are powerful creators, but creators in the law of unity, creators in the divine plan, on the divine time, you know, in whole creation, which mean in harmony with all the creation. We create something, but in harmony with everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very, very nice, it was powerful, very powerful message, but not as, it was exactly what you were saying. It was embodying this love and compassion. Like, that's what I felt, the softness of a nice touch. That was the energy that I felt. And I hope that those who are watching this recording at some point, they're going to feel the same. But at the same time, it is very clearly the call to change, the call to understand that fear and suffering and pain and all those low vibrations that used to be necessary, because we were always having these oscillations, right? Like we will go through a period of war. And don't get me wrong, we know that there's still conflicts on the planet, yes. We're not ignoring them, we're not denying them. However, what I'm being told is that there are less conflicts than there were in modern human history. What I call modern human history, I'll call like the last 3,000 years. And so there are much less now than they were. The difference is that in the last hundreds of years or so, our technology, like we got to be much more aware. It looks like there are more, but it's not really. There were many small isolated things that we were not aware of before because we didn't have the technology to be aware, to bring all this information to the surface for everybody. So even though, what I'm trying to say is that even though to many people right now, it looks like the world is coming to an end, or it looks like, you know, things are going downhill, at the planet level is really not like that. What they are saying to me is that actually at humanity level, the conflicts are less in number than they used to be. So in other words, the consciousness and the unity around love and compassion, it's actually expanding, even though for many individuals it doesn't feel like it. How do we explain this paradox to people who are watching us?
Well, we're all mirrors of each other. So what you have inside of you is what you're going to see on the outside. So if I have a lot of fear in me and I see wars and tragedies, I'm going to feel that fear. But if I have a lot of love and compassion, I won't feel the fear. I won't react in a way where it's fearful, but I would have more compassion towards that. So basically, you know, the outside is what is reflecting back to you what's inside of you. So that's what I think.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Heather.
I think the media has a huge role to promote fear, because if you turn on the TV, oh, it's war in Ukraine, it's war in Israel, it's war everywhere. But let's focus on us. Yeah, right here today in my town, right here today in my life, there is not a war. Because if I see too much news about the war, about too much killings, I will feel also like I'm involved. And if I'm not involved, because I'm fed with this kind of news, I will try to get involved, you know. So it's all about choices. And like a few days when I get some messages, it's all about choices. The choice of your soul to embody, to incarnate here on earth in this body, the choice that we make. But this choice have to come with responsibility.
Yeah.
Not if it doesn't work like we suppose, like we think, we blame others. Okay, I make a choice, but I take the responsibility for this choice.
Yeah.
So if I choose love, if I choose peace, I will be love, I will be peace, and I will transform the world, and I will create more love and peace. It's all about the choice.
Yes. And in other words, we should leave behind the feeling of guilt. We all know how we were raised. We're all from like different cultures, even though we speak English now and we're transmitting from the US, two of us, but we were raised believing that not caring, not watching the news, yes, and not knowing what's happening, first of all, it was seen as ignorant. It was seen as power. Like information was power. Yes, for how many years we've heard this? Information is power. Therefore, you know, the media was something that we were always kind of tuned into, all of us, because we wanted to stay informed. Confusing real information with what the media gives us, just little crumbs of what real information is. And so we felt, and many people still feel, that by watching the 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock news, they are aware of what's happening in the world, they are informed, and therefore they feel a sense of power, a sense of control over their own lives. Also, we were raised believing that if we don't care, if we don't get involved in the fact, and we don't say I'm sorry for this happening, when we look at a conflict, a war, or any other cataclysm or any other event at the planet level, if we are ignorant like that, we're also inhumane. We're also like not caring. We're heartless. You know, we're just, you know, cruel even. So I can feel that many human beings are still living in this old paradigms where they are identifying themselves with the need, but more like a duty of watching the news and exposing themselves to all the negative. It is a duty, and to feel bad about the war in Israel, and the war in Ukraine, and different other conflicts. It is my duty to know what's happening, be exposed to it, and also feel bad about it. That's how we were raised. That's how I was raised. How do we guide the people who are, because there are a few of them that I know that this transmission was focused upon, was given to, who are still in this, you know, in this kind of environment, and still live with the duty feeling, and they feel guilt if they don't pay attention to these things. They feel guilt if they don't know these things. How do we address them? What can we tell to them?
It's very simple. Feel the truth inside, because all this true guilt, true fear, all this media is manipulation, is false free will, you know, because through emotional factor, if I give you too much emotional, like kids are dying, like women are dying in this war, and is unjust, and through all society promote us in school and in social media, TV, and in our life, you have to do something, because otherwise you don't care, you know, you don't care for us. You are not a good people. Yes,
Yeah.
but who promote this movie, this film? You have to do something on what was invented, or maybe fed up too much, you know. Yes, in wars there are people dying, but there are people dying from hunger. Nobody do nothing for them. There are people dying. We will die also. The people will die. We will die. Dying is not the end, okay? But it's very very thin line in which you describe and you put your point of view for the purpose to manipulate the others and force them to participate in a problem they don't want to participate. Because in our true selves, we are love, we are peace, we are compassion. But the ego will tell, oh, we have to kill the terrorists, we have to kill the all that make this horrible action, because we are fed up with too much violence, with too much hate, and what you eat, you become, you know.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this. I hope it's bringing clarity. So, in other words, in a more practical, down to earth, step by step, day by day human life, don't watch the news. Shut off your TVs when it's about this kind of exposure. Focus instead your attention on music, activities, interactions with people who bring you peace, who bring you comfort, who make you get more in touch, more attuned to this love state of being, to this compassion. And if in your reality some kind of information comes, because we cannot be fully isolated maybe yet, but if this information comes, it's okay. Look at it through the lenses of compassion and love. If we are love inside, as Heather was saying, we cannot express something that we're not. Yes. So if we are love, And we, just as the collective has said, we are fully embodying this identity of love, of compassion, and we become it. Of course, we cannot emanate, we cannot transmit. We are electromagnetic beings. We are going to emanate exactly what we are inside. So practically, for those of you who are watching this and need, step-by-step guide, a guide, that would be the first thing that I would say. Turn off your TVs, turn off that media, let go of that need of staying informed with this kind of information. What do you guys think as practical steps?
Yes, I totally agree with that. And just do everything that raises your vibration. Go outside. That nature has such high vibration. Just go outside, take a walk, and just spend time in nature, and that will raise your vibration. And when you have your vibrations raised, you won't be as reactive to whatever it is that you definitely don't watch the news, and whatever you put your focus on, it's going to grow. So focus on joy, focus on love, focus on spending time with people that you love, watch things that you love, and that will help.
Yeah, I want to say, be the diver, like they say, be the diver with his vision to discover the underworlds of the ocean. Do not be the suit of the diver.
Yes.
Be
Yes. Exactly.
the diver, be the vision, and create this in your world. Manifest.
Yes. Be the diver. Do not identify anymore with the suit of the diver. I love that. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. I would love to have a discussion. We came to me, but I know we're reaching the hour, and I don't want to hold you, but I would love to have at some point a discussion about well, spirituality and what we're doing, like receiving all these messages. There are extraterrestrial beings who are sending these messages, but I don't see them like that because they're not incarnated. So to me, it's like it's just spiritual beings sending these messages. But how do we encourage those of us who are called on this path of awakening, but have been used to analyze everything and to base themselves only on scientific proof? What do we say to them? How do we guide them if they're called, right? Not everybody is called, that's analytical, but there are a few of us that are very analytical, and I grew up with a very analytical mind. And so I would love to have a discussion about that. How do we blend in? How do we find that peace and understanding between the two realms, between the realm of science and the realm of spirituality? I know it's a big subject right now. Many people are talking about it. There are new studies, like Joe Dispenza and many others are running studies, kind of blending the two worlds. I know we're going to get there, but I'm wondering, what can we say just to close this up? A phrase or a few words that we can say to those people who are called to this awakening and remembrance, but they are very analytical at the same time. So their minds are so strong that if they don't see any empirical evidence about the existence of angels or the existence of any kind of spiritual realm, any kind of like quantum field and stuff, how can we bring them closer to that harmony and unity within themselves?
I have 3 words.
Yeah.
So trust, surrender, and let go of control.
Yeah, that sounds
What I
perfect.
want to say is return of innocence, like Enigma song, and the curious case of Benjamin Button, but it's also in our life. permit yourself to be take care of from others. When you are a baby, somebody else take care of you. When you are very old, somebody else take care of you, you know, because now we are young and the mind want to control everything. When you are a baby and when you are very old, you are in the same situation. Somebody else has to take care of you. Put your life in the care of the divine. This is somebody else. No, it's everything else, you know.
Yeah. Put your life in the care of the divine, let go of control. Those are exactly the messages. I truly appreciate your this discussion that we have. It's so much joy. Thank you so much for being here, embodying this transmission. Thank you so much for all your insightful inputs. Just your simple presence. It's such a blessing for me. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay. We're going to stop now the recording, and we look forward to seeing you again next Wednesday at 10. If you are live on Facebook, on YouTube, just feel free to just comment, ask questions. They love questions. So thank you again, and stay happy, joyful in light, love, and joy.